Thank you, Freya. Well, the ninth round has come and gone. It looks like OG will be starting on the CT side. Now we're into the meat and potatoes. The third map, the third and final map, Dust2. Which way is it going, Hawker?
It's going OG, but KNG is still going to have a really good game. It's the AWPer's paradise, James.
It really
I can't
is.
wait for it.
It really is. And we've spoken all about KNG and not much of Mantu. And yes, they had a terrible start and no money in that first game. But Dust2, you're going to have sniper rifles on deck. That is for sure. And he's going to need to step up and show and prove in this third map if OG are to have a successful game of Dust2. There's the fast short smoke. Very easy to do. And this is what I like to see, a P250 facing down mid when you're spotting, so they can actually fight at a reasonable level versus that Glock. You can see Valde hiding in the smoke on short. Can be common when you have a short boost. Mantu's here as well. So if there was a fast play up short, that would have been, or could have been disastrous for MIBR. And maybe it still will be. Valde will get a kill in that smoke. A quick exchange, the bomb just sitting on the ledge for now. Valde having a look top mid. That's KNG with that P250. Had a great performance on both previous maps, and there's VSM with a P250 of his own to take out Ether at close range.
Oh, Lucas flanking out Valde, who is now trapped between T's from all sides of short. He's got his teammates here to help him. Wow, VSM with the drive-by with the P250. AlexeB doesn't even get a chance to respond. Now, though, the reload could be costly. VSM has ought to be careful here. Valde's closing the distance. The bomb could be dropped, but VSM swings again. P250 really paying off in this round. It's only MBK remaining, and these shots are really hard to hit, but he's hit the first. The bomb goes tumbling. MBK's given himself a great chance by dropping the bomb. Can he get both of these kills, though? 35 seconds left. At least MIBR have some time, and they've got the flank, but the steps are being heard. MBK knows this man is coming, but he misses the shot. KNG comes through with the other P250. MBK had a chance, but MIBR win the pistol.
That pistol round went almost everywhere, but ultimately it goes in favor of MIBR. 1-0. We'll see what OG choose to do. It looks like it will be the Force Spy, which includes the sniper once again, but I don't mind a scout on Dust2. There are so many channels of opportunity. We've seen many a great round. And the bomb falling at CT spawn is why, if you're the bomb carrier up short, you don't stay close to the ledge, because again, the bomb does fall forward when you die, and if you're close to that ledge facing the wrong direction, then down it goes. MIBR know that one player is in the pit. They will slowly emerge. Backs to the wall. Try and put as much range between these fights as possible. Can see that OG are looking to swing. MIBR have made this very awkward for themselves. They haven't boosted anybody on blue either, which surely they should do at some point, especially with people still in the ramp, but they will take care of them. This will be dealt with. They'll only lose one player. However, 3 of their final 4 players are heavily tagged. They're going to be leaning on TRK. NBK's got a scout as well, and I know he can use a scout. I've seen it plenty of times over the years. So surprisingly, this is a very dangerous situation for MIBR, who are still pursuing long.
MBK might hear those shots as well. He might just actually try and peek this long position to see if he can get a kill or two early. TRK, the only man with health, is the closest player. The players behind have been tagged, and one of them's been fragged. MBK with a second. Surely he can't get away with this, and he will not. TRK finally puts an end to the madness. I really like that idea from OG, though. If you think back to the start of that round, they used that smoke towards the long doors a little bit later in the round, and that really cut down on the amount of MIBR players that could actually properly fight for long. Because like you said, they only had the players out at the blue container, really, and they weren't boosted up on it. So it was only 2 MIBR players that could actually fight, and that's why that comes really close. If MIBR didn't land some good shots there, they would have been in trouble.
That is a saucy HE grenade.
And apparently AlexeB doesn't like sauce.
Yeah, it's not the utility you see every day in a scenario like that, but I like it. Lucas almost eats his own flashbang, doesn't really finish off the job. He doesn't know how many players are up short, I don't think either, but these rifles will find out. Now, KNG, I think he made a mistake there pulling the grenade out rather than just shooting with his teammate. Made things more awkward than they needed to be. Got to be real careful about when you pull a grenade out. Now, I don't know if Mantu can pick up any of these weapons, and he's got 1 HP, so he doesn't want to stay too close to the bomb site. Maybe he tries to retrieve something after time. There's a fair chance the AK will hit the lorry, but I think a bullet may hit Mantu first. Oh god, Leo's going to give him an opportunity, but TRK will just about save him. And it's a 3-0 for Mibr.
I bet Mantu wished he had a HE grenade there. Try and nade the gun back to him, maybe get away. Could have been fun, but it was not the case. He's figuring it out. He's got the long spawn in this round if they want to use it. There is an AWP on the CT side. Mantu has currently not got a kill. He's dropping the big donut right now, but he has the sniper, so that should be about to change. And the AWP will be trying to hold long. TRK is going to look for an early kill. He's going to look to get out early. CT smoke has gone down. TRK spots the first player. A bit of damage done. There's only the 1T here, remember, but TRK is going to fall back. This is just pressure on long, though, while Mibr take mid. This is really nicely done by the Brazilians.
Oh, they have been entertaining OG. They've given him all the sweets in the videos by long, but B is the real play, and now East is alone. I spoke about his clutch on B at the beginning of this series, and boy, is he in trouble. The rotation's on the way, though, and Mibr have not made their way into B just yet. TRK coming in by the door, looking to use utility to try and limit where Issa can hide. But there's an opportunity for OG now in spawn as LXTB gets a kill onto KNG, and Issa makes it a little easier for them. They've got a man advantage before this bomb's even planted. Lucas will tie it up once again, but which way is he going to go now? Jumps up, not ready to shoot as he gets a two-man facing him, which leaves Leo Drunky alone. A strange turn of events considering Mibr's advantages.
Leo's got a molly here, which could come into play as this clutch continues to play out. OG are going to struggle to clear him from this position that quickly, but they're walking in. They've walked in already. Both with their backs turned. Leo lines them up. The transfer comes through. OG had no clue what hit them as Leo gets them from behind, and Mibr take a 4-0 lead. And I'm glad they win that round because I think they deserve it, James. That was a fantastic call to get onto the B site, and shout out to Leo for making it happen.
Unbelievable timing. OG literally asked about face unbeknownst to them. 4-0 for Mibr. That one was surprisingly awkward considering they killed a guy on B and still didn't really quite commit despite having baited OG and long. A lucky escape perhaps, but they could reap the rewards of this as it's eco territory once again. You can see NBK's on the scout. And again, here's a dab hand. Not maybe the name that you would lean towards immediately, but trust me, the boy knows how to use it.
I saw someone in Twitch chat yesterday use the insult that one of the players had a wooden hand, which I just cracked up at.
I don't know, if I had a wooden hand, I'd use it as a hammer.
Yeah? You wouldn't use it to play CS, though?
I wouldn't do that, no.
Lucas. Oh, yeah. I don't know how that would work, but I'd love to see you try, James.
Well, we've got a crossfire, which could be dangerous with the Desert Eagles. Not on this occasion, though. Not on this occasion. Blue is quite useful for a pop flash, a self-pop flash up long as well if you're alone. There's a gap in that smoke, which NBK could use to trace the trajectory. There we go. KNG has dutifully received a shot from the scout. He could be posted up on long now if he wanted to, and NBK is here again, looking to make it expensive now. Let's not peek him anymore. Mibr. VSM holding the rotation points. But he's looking to do more damage. Now the problem here is that there are pistols and a scout, and he's potentially risking an AK-47 to kill a player with a pistol or a scout. That's up to him. Not what I like to see, but it's his choice. And he generally does kill people a lot, so that also helps.
Definitely helpful in this game. 5-0 Mibr. I'm very interested to see what the game plan is now for Mibr in this next gun round. I think that idea in the first gun round was really great because I've watched a couple of OG games on Dust2, and it's quite common for them not to have someone watching mid right at the start of the round. It's quite common for them to have 3 players on A. So the fact that Mibr continue to draw the attention and go for that mid to B, I think that was a really nice read from them. I want to see if they've got more up their sleeve here because they look pretty well prepared for this Dust2.
152 is a good time to shoot through the smoke. Once you see it, give it a go. Report back to me your results. See how VSM jumps away. As that smoke became more common, People realize you could just spray the person straight in the head who's throwing it. So people often quickly scramble away now after throwing it. You can still see 3 people for OG on the A bomb site. Man 2 of the AWP. You can see him by the car. One thing to note for the sniper by the car is that he also needs to flash for his teammates long and maybe short as well if required. Not just about the sniping from that position. Anyway, LXCB's made his way into CT now.
More of a standard round from MIBR then. Taking short control. This is oftentimes just the default for most teams early in the rounds. You can take that short control to begin with. Taking a look at the minimap though, Valda's pushed all the way into long. So you were pointing out that sometimes that AWPer has to throw flashes for his teammates. Mantu's not going to have that problem here because Valda has long on lockdown right now. The issue could be that Mantu is the only man defending this site and he's dead. That is a huge problem.
It gets even bigger as Alexi B is lost, and maybe the round is as well. Perhaps Valde being long may invite OG to make their way over, but surely it is doomed. And from the radar, it doesn't seem that OG was sure as to what MIBR were up to. Was it A or a B split? They were baited into the B split, left Mantu alone. He was deleted, standing on the car. And it went from bad to worse for OG. Still looking for their first round on the final map, Dust2 here in the series. 6-0 for MIBR. As the desk said, every time we see them, they seem to get stronger. Nuke smokes aside.
I feel like I can slowly see my pinnacle points starting to slip away from me, James. I am concerned right now. Not looking good for OG.
Yeah, but MIBR could certainly struggle on the CT side as well. CT side is often a struggle, not always, but often a struggle on Dust2. So who knows, maybe we'll see a mirror once the sides change, but for now we've got to focus on this one. And OG have got to find their first round. NBK on the scout once again. And he's the one who's leading on the scoreboard for OG with 6. But I don't think the scoreboard is too relevant when they have no rounds.
Wow, Valda jumping to avoid those bullets, it seems. Lucas not successful in that first fight. That looked like a CT smoke being plopped onto Xbox to try and allow them to get the gun back, perhaps. Valda's continuing to take short. Oh.
He's got a one-way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see him. Smoke abuse. Normally smoking is bad for health. On Counter-Strike, can be bad for the other team. There is a molly to clear LXCB from his position. One will be used short instead. It's a very nice parkour jump from Leo Drunky. Valde had exactly the right angle for the standing KNG, but it's the crouching, the crab walking KNG to eliminate Valde. That's the opening kill on short for MIBR. Still a 4 versus 4. You can see NBK moving to the car position with the scout. OG are ill-positioned for an A play, that much is for sure. You can see VSM trying to hold the rotation, but he's concerned about his back. A nice flick from NBK. Is there an answer for him? This is going to slow MIBR down. Only 3 remain, and VSM's looking to take things into his own hands. How on earth does he get away with that? Down to 25 HP. NBK's been dealt with by a boost as well. There's Mantu now giving OG a chance.
They can get some guns here. Mantu should be getting a rifle any second. Issa could come into short, and I believe there would be another rifle recoverable. Mantu's going for the long flank, no. Leo might not be ready for this. Oh, the timing on this fight is everything. Leo is looking this way. Mantu does go down. Good awareness from Leo just to make sure he doesn't get caught off guard. Issa also has an AK, potentially going to see if he can save this AWP, and that is indeed the call from Issa.
Yeah, I think as soon as he sees the AWP there, it's like, well, I could save this AWP. If he doesn't, I reckon he gives it a go. But here we are. OG, this is all they have to show for things at the moment. This AWP. Big fat 0 on the scoreboard. On the, yeah, everyone's got a kill though, at the very least. Not that that really matters when you're 0 for 7.
Valda turns around there as well to make himself harder to hit, which I find hilarious. Also potentially to play that anti-flash briefly. But yeah, it works out nicely for him. This boost, good job from MIBR to deal with that scout on the site. Let's see if this is the answer for OG. It's a double AWP setup. AlexiB oftentimes plays towards mid once he gets that sniper out. That is going to be the case in this round, but it's Mantu who opens things up. KNG getting shut out of the round. We were talking about how he could be the key for MIBR, but look at this aggression. Leo just looking for a kill on the B site, and MBK's in trouble. What a play from Leo to get his team onto this bomb site.
Gimmicks allow an entry into B. Smoke is up, and you'll see the trajectory of those grenades. AlexiB trying to make things happen, but there's no way he survives this. Down he goes, melting. The volcano of fire, flames from MIBR. The floor is indeed lava. VSM again searching. Spots one with the flank. Still a dangerous round for MIBR. No guarantee OG is saving from their point of view just yet, and two of them are low, including VSM. So one must be careful. OG now with 2 AWPs to save, as well as the M4A4 of Valde. They may not want to venture into this one again, but my God, it's a 0-8 scoreline for OG. They still haven't won a single round in this series just yet, and this is the last map of this series. They have to win this, but they're not even on the scoreboard yet.
MIBR are already halfway to victory in terms of rounds 1. And as you said, OG have not got any of that progress bar full up right now. They're still on 0%. They're still on the tutorial. Leo here just jumping up. Man, such an annoying angle for MBK to have to deal with. That lurk smoke at the edge there. And AlexiB gets stuck in the ring of fire, burning alive. OG did really nice work with their utility as well to actually do a lot of damage to MIBR as they pushed the site. The molly and nade combo was really good to do damage, and they had mollies that could have worked for the retake as well, but they obviously just didn't know how much damage they'd done. They had the 2 AWPs as well, which was going to make life even more difficult. But it's got to change for OG here. They are going to hold long at the start of this round. Let's see if they can finally get something going, finally give their fans something to get excited about here on Dust.
There's that smoke again. Oh, we've got a boost from VSM. Oh, Valde's got to be real careful. It's being baited by Lucas almost. On old Dust2, you could boost on blue and see through the doors. Not the case on new Dust2. Have a look towards B tunnel. Take a walk with me, say MIBR. They've got 3-man on road. It is a pilgrimage into the B bomb site. The wide swing from Leo Drunky will be enough. He's caught sleeping. Nothing going the way of OG. Now, how much do they invest into this one before they say no? Maybe it's a save already. VSM still containing by long, and OG back away so as not to give up the next round automatically due to eco. Heading towards 9. VSM so hungry for the frags in this game from start to finish. 9 for 6 at the moment. Leo Drunky 11 for 2. The entry frags have been sublime.
Yeah, great entry work from Leo. He loves being that first man in. I was even looking at the stats on his old team just to get an idea of what sort of player he would be. And he was one of the players who had the highest entry attempt in the world on his old team as well. So he loves being that aggressive player, sometimes a bit too aggressive. MBK's caught him here. I think for MIBR, though, I'm a big fan of this game plan for them right now. They've been exploiting that B bomb site, and there have been quite a few rounds where OG have only had one player here. This is another one where Issa, whose aim looked a bit shaky, but for OG, something's got to change. They can't be losing the B site this often, this early in the round, without getting a single kill.
Yeah, they just haven't seen... I feel like they haven't seen any of these plays coming from MIBR. The fakes have been very strong, and OG have been ill-positioned to defend the bomb sites. That lurk smoke, again, that lurk smoke can just, towards B rather, can just invite them to dump utility OG, be it smokes, flashes, mollies, spray the smoke if you position away, etc. But MIBR picked the right round to use it to creep up onto the double stack by the tunnel there, and then get a free kill onto NBK, whose helmet is showing. So OG playing catch-up, but never quite catching up, which is why they're still on 0. They have 2 AWPs once again. A bit later than 152 on this round for the cross from OG.
Wow, Mantu is AWPing B now. That is a big switch from OG.
So they're playing to MIBR's actions as opposed to playing their own game, perhaps. But I think at this point it's necessary.
I think so too. I think it's the right decision to make at this point in the game. I was thinking if anyone was going to opt towards B, it might be Alexi, because he normally plays mid. But I honestly like just putting Mantu there, because Mantu on the A side of the map hasn't had many opportunities to do much with the AWP.
You know what's weird? Despite having 0 rounds, OG have got 2 AK-47s.
that is pretty funny. Something
Spray.
Maui said on the deck.
There was some spray to cover the dropping of the smoke there, I think.
That's nice.
I mean, maybe it was a coincidence, but maybe it wasn't. Who knows? You were saying?
Yeah, no. Maui was saying on the desk that, you know, Valda is playing long on the CT side, and he was saying there's a chance that Valda actually just doesn't get too many chances. Because think about how well Valda was playing previously. He's got a chance here, though. He's got an early kill. This is scary, though. I'm scared.
Oh my god, Mantu's got half a chance. Leo's got no idea. He's being teased. You can't be serious, Leo. What are you doing again? How on earth does he survive that? That leaves NBK alone on the B bomb side. The split is coming once more, or is it? Valde good for one. Alexi B denied again. 2-on-2, 20 seconds. It's a race to one of the bomb sites. Somehow, OG is still in this one. Issa could play the time now. 15 seconds, a race car towards the A bomb site. He's hiding in situ. How on earth could KNG even trade in this situation? No trade necessary. VSM with a strafe cancel straight in the face of Issa. NBK's got to go for this. Never mind, he's dead even before I can finish my sentence.
I wonder whether Issa can just wait for the bomb to be planted there, because that would guarantee him a 1v1 fight. There's such little time remaining. Issa just goes for the swing. It doesn't work out for him. Credit to Mibr again. They're having to run onto the site with really little time remaining, and yet they're able to stop and get that kill onto Issa quickly enough to get the bomb down. And this is even with Valda pushing all the way through long, starting to get a flank going. He got 2 kills on the round. He was able to have impact, just not enough to win the round. 10-0 for Mibr. This has been unbelievable.
I know there's only 2 flashes per person, but I feel like I just saw 42 flashes on long, and somehow everyone is alive. But map control has been taken by Mibr, at least on long. So far, there is no response, no significant response from OG. They've got to be approaching this short position, surely. There's a minute 23 for Mibr, still in possession of long. Looking over the smoke, having a look-see, a butcher's hook. And again, standard stuff. You lose long on a CT side, you take short because you have to hold something. Otherwise, how do you retake the site? Maybe they'll just fight from the site. Maybe they feel like Mibr habitually won't go to short immediately. And indeed, they will start to head in that direction after that kill onto KNG. Mibr have done well changing the pace from round to round, as we saw in that round prior. Some fortune there with Leo Drunky, who seems almost indestructible at present. There's a swing from Valde. So much information seen. The bomb, they can see it was committing to the A bomb site. So many players here. They've got to speed up now, Mibr. Molotov for the short area. We've got CTs hiding in the smoke. Grenades, shrapnel flying over. Mantu of the AWP. He's been seen by Leo Drunky, who's making no mistakes here. And alley-oop to try and delay the bomb from being planted. A smoke to create some space. Distraction being run for sure. All kinds of junk being thrown at the A bomb site. And Mibr are falling. We might see our first round on the board here for OG. But first, 1v1. 3 HP for Mantu. There's still time for VSM to plant this bomb.
This is chaos, carnage. No one knows what the hell is happening, but VSM knows he can get the bomb down, and he knows that Mantu was on short. Does he still know he's there, though? He goes for it. He gets it! Mantu goes down. Another round for Mibr. It's a headshot as well from VSM. But the reason Mantu was so low was that he stood in a molly for ages. He went down to 3 health through the Molotov. He missed a couple of shots from short as well. He got this earlier kill towards long, which was really well taken. But some of these sprays through smokes, through flames, through all sorts of utility on the A site. It was a round that was hard to keep track of, but Mibr can't stop winning.
What have they got to do to win one round?
Kenji looks like a clapping seal right now.
My God. Honestly, if I wish someone could find the videos of him doing that on 1.6 man. A fat-ass CRT on his trestle table, just some potato set up in a room, as some lands used to be, just screaming at his opponents and stuff. He's always been that, which is why I wanted to see him on MIBR, because I think, you know, especially with this roster, because he can be the captain, he can be the leader. He is not in the shadow of any player on MIBR. KNG is the man on this squad, and it shows. You can see the pop-off every single round, and they're taking every round versus OG here on Dust2. 11-0.
This is the playoffs of Flashpoint as well. Just to put it into context, some of these players, VSM, Leo, these are guys, C.R.A.E. even to some extent, these are guys that haven't really had the experience of playing a tournament like this ever. Like, this is incredible that they are living up to the pressure and they are overperforming in the playoffs against OG. They have lost an early player here, though. We can't get ahead of ourselves because MBK has got an early kill. That's another gun recoverable, and maybe OG can make some magic happen in this one. Issa is pushing all the way through B. It's good information, but 2 kills go the way of MIBR. Alexi just swinging with confidence, but Leo's coming back in.
He's a bomb carrier, though. He's got to deal with the bomb because there's a flank. Issa is in CT spawn. He's in the sandwich now, Leo, and down he goes, but the bomb's been collected. He's run distraction, but shot's been taken in the meantime by Alexi B. And now we've got 2 AK-47s in the hands of OG. AKs versus AKs. Helmets won't matter too much. We've got 1 long, 1 short. Bomb still waiting to get planted. And Issa's just swinging all the way. Just about misses, though, as MIBR get behind the box. We've got jumping Alexi B as well. This is absolutely madness. 40 seconds on the clock. TRK 1 versus 2, 22 HP. Waiting for the swing from Alexi B. Where is Issa? By the car, through the box. Finally, there is a round from OG.
They won't be celebrating just yet, but at least they've got their first round win. It comes down to the wire, though. Even that had to come down to a 1v1.
I've got to say, you know what was insane in that round? KNG's top mid, and he spots 1 CT in the lower tunnel. And most people will try and, you know, isolate a fight and not show it to everybody. He just creeps into the middle of mid, exposed to double doors, short, and lower tunnel, then repositions for short and takes down MBK for free, which is surely the last thing he was expecting. That was awesome, despite losing the round. And now you see some aggression from OG. Don't outstay their welcome. Issa could have tried to go for that second kill, but no, 1's enough. A good start finally, even though it's so late.
Something we do have to give OG some credit for is they are clearly still playing with quite a lot of confidence here. Like in that previous round, Alexi B wide swinging mid. Some players might be really scared when they're 11-0 down. They might start to collapse in on themselves. I like that OG is still trying to make proactive plays. They're still trying to make things happen. They flash down mid in this round. It gets them an early kill. They're making life uncomfortable for MIBR in some of these rounds. Now the question is, can this B site hold finally step up? This time, they actually have both players here. They have MBK and Issa on the bomb site. They've got to lock this down.
NBK up close, they're lining up for him. The trades will go in their favor as it's Issa to defend this bomb site. KNG looking to catch the rotation, a rare miss from him. Oh my god, that was absolutely beautiful, but he's the only one remaining. The bomb's been lost. 45 seconds, what does he choose to do? He's got 2.5 grand in the bank. I'm sure he'd want to save this AWP at this point. OG have had their organs harvested for most of this half. But there are still 4 rounds that can be won by them. They're on their way to their second. I think KNG will just be in situ. 23 seconds on the clock. Alexi B had somewhere to be. KNG always catches him by surprise. I'm just still thinking about just how he repositioned top mid in that last round. After seeing the player in lower tunnel, just confidently moving to the other side. And then getting a free kill on NBK, who can't have expected to see him holding that angle. He is playing some career best Counter-Strike. 9 for 9, looking to go positive now as they look to close out the half. But here, OG have doubled their score on the last map.
And the money is bad for MIBR. The AWP save was important there for KNG. They've got a second AWP out on the MIBR side. They're buying what they can. But there are going to be some players taking some sacrifices. Leo, that entry fragger we've seen in these rounds, just having the dig in this one.
I think he scraped a kneecap there.
Ooh, those nades not quite landing onto VSM. VSM with the second AWP gets the early kill onto MBK, who's just trying to fight into the tunnels.
Can we just appreciate that bait from Leo Drunky? VSM lost his angle because of the flashbang. He doesn't know if, for example, someone's behind big box. KNG again through mid. They know one's far away at least. Lexi B looks to see what's happening outside long. And then here comes MIBR looking to trample on anybody in this B bomb site. Issa's completely blind now permanently for this round. 4 versus 2, surely a safe time again for OG.
Bomb will be planted. OG can't do anything about it. And this time it's OG's money that's going to get called into question ahead of the last round of the half. It could really help them to save these 2 guns.
Man, MIBR just got pieces of octopus on fish hooks, and OG are getting absolutely baited into these AWPs. It's been fantastic from MIBR, an overperformance in this half. Not over, despite the score. We've seen crazier comebacks, but it doesn't look good. The prognosis is near fatal for OG.
It's so sick that MIBR have come back with a lineup that's looking really threatening as well. It feels good to be an MIBR fan again, and I'm sure this lineup has gained a lot of fans over this recent time period. Just with how they've been playing, how quickly this team has been assembled, and the stuff they are doing, it's unreal. And they're coming into Flashpoint looking like they could be one of the teams that is a real threat to upset some opponents. They're upsetting OG right now. I think OG might be crying if they're not careful. They're 12-2 down. They've got to change that here. Another buy comes through for them. MIBR getting some early long control, but again, it's only one man there. And look at the response from OG. They're pretty scared of that A site right now without the long control, but there's definitely a chance that if this B kill were to come in, that MIBR could come back around and play across the map.
That molly was supposed to be for big box. But I think for the most part, VSM is just showing some presence as he looks to back away. I think maybe NBK's got a sound cue, but again, the way they've been baited in all the other rounds, would you even dare push the tunnel the way you've just been spanked round after round after round by MIBR at this point? You can see the anti-flash position facing the wall.
I wonder if that AWP goes back to KNG now, or if VSM's going to stick with it. Looks like VSM's going to handle it for now.
Yeah, we can see KNG hiding behind a barrel, looking for a flank. MIBR, they've got no flashes at this point. Normally, for example, you would jump throw a flashbang to force the sniper off the angle so you can get into the pit. They have no such flashes. So how do they get around this corner? KNG starting to move up the short position. We can see Issa looking for a flank, but Alexi B may engage first. We shall see. He's gone past the angle, but I think Alexi B's seen him. Surely he's seen him. In the meantime, MIBR have managed to catch up. Well, down goes the flank, but MIBR are making it to the site with no flashbangs and no one falling. They're looking for the brazen peek onto Pallate. He knows he's behind the smoke. There's no util now for MIBR. The AWP is in long. That's going to be very important for them. It's the last round. OG have to go for it. But who is even left? NBK with the MP9. Won't last long either with that. 13-2 for MIBR. A stonking half of Counter-Strike for them on Dust2, utterly deleting OG round after round. But it's not over. There is more carnage after the break.
Tonight on Flashpoint.
The New York Times says it's so unbelievable, it's now believable. Come on down to the Blind Spot and get 15% off new and used cars. Warning, blind spot may cause side effects including drowsiness, headaches, nausea, rashy skin, anal leakage, and an overwhelming sense of joy.
OG not looking too hot right now. This pistol round is a must-win for them. And James, I've had word in my ear that if OG were to lose this 16-3 or worse, this would be their worst loss since they have entered Counter-Strike. They've got to make sure that doesn't happen. They need this pistol round, and they need it now.
Well, no time like the present. So the first half we had the P250 spotting mid. This half we have the Glock. And there is a P250 on deck with Valde, so that is... I would like to see that evolve over time on Dust2. Have a look at Mibr, though. Alexi B is spotting for this. He's carrying the bomb. He is... Oh, God, he just looked to his right-hand side, even though his teammates are there. Oh, man, the timing in Counter-Strike is crazy. And Mibr are going to go back again. Here they come and burst! A surge of CT officers. Leo Drunky has to go back there. The numbers not really favouring him. VSM's been dropped on a B bomb site, which will be secured by Valde, and Leo Drunky moonwalks to his doom. So it seems that OG have a fair chance of winning what they need to. P2000 for TRK. NBK up close. And that'll be A-OK for OG as they take the pistol. Much needed. Just a little breathing space. Something. Anything.
A glimmer of hope. Perhaps a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. This was looking like Mibr as the CTs were just saying, there's no loitering allowed. You are breaking the law.
No dilly-dallying.
No, and OG were not having it. I can't believe the timing nearly went wrong for them, though.
Such is the nature of Counter-Strike. Now it's KNG's turn with the scout as Mibr have gone for the force buy. Dust2 a difficult map for a successful force buy on the CT side, but Mibr believe in themselves and the way they've been playing, who wouldn't? KNG looking for frag number 11. OG looking to make inroads towards B, it seems, and Mibr will be taking presence on short. I think there may be a boost. Oh, that flashbang's gone the wrong way, and it's given a warning to Mibr and TRK, man. Brazilians and Deagles. My other AWP is a Deagle. They really do make that sticker true to form. Oh, VSM surely gets two here. I don't think that he's going to be checked for. I don't believe it. Will he be checked for? The flashbangs as well. Still nothing's happened. Completely by Nez one. Looking for the multi-frag as VSM. There it is. Is it enough, though? Maybe it is, because Lucas is coming in from the back and Valde's got 7 HP. 1 versus 2. The peak from KNG. Oh, my God. Didn't last long, did it?
I think the light at the end of the tunnel has firmly been closed now. The tunnel is closed. I don't see OG coming back from that. Oh, dear. Not like that. Not like that. Not even clearing the corner. VSM gets 2 kills.
I knew they weren't going to check that corner because I feel like with that smoke up especially, they've got to be so concerned about people creeping around it. It's just not going to be in their mind. I saw that happening all day.
Valde tried so hard as well with those 3 Galil kills, but it's not meant to be. And now it has to be OG winning with pistols of their own. Mibr playing super safe across the map here, as you would expect in this sort of round. 2 players with eyes on mid for the CT side. Issa currently the man investigating, trying to figure out exactly where his opponents are playing. OG are definitely one of the teams that I see try and go for these fast B plays more than most other squads on this map. And a fast B play here would be pretty ideal for them. There's only 1 CT on this site. It's Leo with a Galil who would be holding. The mid play could work as well. The Mibr have really focused on the A side of the map here. So OG are giving themselves the best possible chance to maybe do something if they commit to this mid to B play. They're still yet to make up their minds though.
I know that this Mibr squad are on temporary contracts, but I wonder how their performance would be rated so far.
A-star.
How could you not be impressed with what they're doing? Oh boy, they're lining up for VSM as well, looking to stop Issa from making it to that door. The bomb lies in wait now for the Mibr players on the B bomb site. Alexi B swinging into his doom. They'll be put out of their misery with a little team kill, which won't matter too much. 12 match points for Mibr, and there's $2,000 per person for OG. On Twitter, they said the 3rd round will be incredible, as in the 3rd map. It's been incredible, but not for OG.
Yeah, they just weren't ready for the boost there. The smokes were down into CT. VSM had the one angle with the FAMAS to be able to peer over the top of it. No one even turned around. No one even seemed aware. That's good damage on the cross, though. 2 players tagged for MIBR from those scouts. The concern I have is having 2 scouts in this round is going to make it quite hard to actually hit a bomb site. But let's see what they can do. Like smoke from Alexi B, baits out some utility in reply, but OG don't have many nades left, and they don't have all their players alive anymore. Issa is a dead man.
What a game of Dust2 for MIBR. For OG, I don't know how they'll sleep tonight. There's still work to be done, however. KNG's had a lot of sound cues towards this B bomb site from his position. Oh, that was a noble effort from NBK. Mantu now with no Kevlar and Valde with 6 HP. Now it's Mantu running naked in the B bomb site. There'll be no mercy given to him by MIBR. Support flashbangs are here, and it's all over. 16-3 from MIBR. Absolutely smashing OG on Dust2, taking the series in spectacular fashion, it must be said.
That is a fantastic result for them. That is simply sublime. For MIBR to come into this, to knock OG down to the lower bracket, that is an awesome performance for them, and I can't wait to see what else this team is going to do in this tournament. The fact that they're on temporary contracts and they're doing this, James, it's just such a cool story to see them doing so well, continue to exceed expectations again and again.
Most certainly. They move forward in Flashpoint 2 in the best way possible, whereas OG would move a little sideways for now, but they had to move out of the way for MIBR. What a performance. Outplayed OG in practically every single round on that map. The way they activated the AWPs was astounding. That's a perfect example of it there. NBK moving into position as, oh, it was just great. I thoroughly enjoyed that. That's the most enjoyable one-sided game I've seen in recent memory.
I agree. It was just so fun to see this MIBR squad really unleashing their true potential. Obviously for OG, they're going to go back to the drawing board. I think in terms of Dust2, it was just a non-starter for them, right? That's all they're going to have to take away from that. For MIBR, look, they got maps that I think they liked in this series. I still wasn't sure whether they'd be able to close it out, but they've proven again, they're a great nuke team, they're a great Dust2 team, they're great on these maps. Teams keep playing them on them though.
Yeah, that was awesome. It was great for me. How is it for you, Maui Snake?